What's going on, guys? Hey, if you've been following along, you know what I was doing right there. I was marking down a sale. We just hit $1 million, and it's the beginning of May in gross sales for the company. So we're not quite on track to hit our $5 million goal, but that's okay because I'm stepping on the gas. I'm really leaning into my team, and I'm trying to figure out how to get to that goal. When I set that, I realized that it might not be realistic to hit, but it's okay. You have to set your targets high. So what we're gonna dive into in this video specifically is my core values and how we're using them to scale. I'm gonna go through all of them. You're not gonna wanna miss this. And it's gonna show you how we already got to $1 million in May and how we're gonna end up getting to $5 million by the end of this year. Or at least that's our goal. So stay tuned and you're gonna find out the foundation of what it takes to scale a company. All right, guys, I want to talk about our core values and what they mean to me. So our core values spell out the word remodel. It was a semi-intentional acronym. We wanted it to do it for marketing purposes. I wouldn't really recommend, trying to build your core values off of a word, trying to reverse engineer it that way. What you want to think of is how you can hire and fire people based on your core values. They have to resonate so deeply with you that they lead your decision-making process, they guide your team, and overall, it's the foundation of what your company stands for. So again, R spell out the word remodel. R means respect. And for me, respect is an absolute must. You have to respect yourself. So you're showing up with proper appearance, clean shaven if you're a guy, a nice outfit if you're a female, and you want to be presentable. You want to respect the environment that you're in. So if you're in one of our clients' homes, you're protecting the environment, you're picking up the newspaper when you're walking up to the front door and you're handing it to them. It's all about the little things, guys. And it's even how you communicate with your team members, your family members, or your coworkers. Respect is the foundation of our core values. It's at the top for a reason. And then our next one is excellence. E is for excellence, so R-E. Excellence in my eyes is always striving to be a better version of yourself, always putting your best foot forward and really driving forward to gain excellence in anything that you do. Whether you're a carpenter or you're a project manager or you're an admin assistant, you want to be excellent at your job so that you can get promoted and do better in life. And when you're excellent at your foundation, your core, your job, then you will be excellent in the future. It'll provide more doors to be opened, and it leads to a better future for you guys. The next core value is mutual growth. REM, right? Mutual growth. For us, that is another one of those values that we lean into heavily here at Remodeling Right. I even make it mandatory. I'm not going to fire anybody off of it quite yet, but it's mandatory to show up on a weekend and do extra hours. We give bonus pay for this, and what those hours are for are to better yourself. It's mutual growth in the sense that our lead carpenter is going to be running a workshop. This last weekend, we were talking about stair stringers and how to measure and cut stair stringers, understanding the code so that the apprentice and the journeyman that aren't yet familiar with that get a chance to learn it, right? Mutual growth means that you're going to reach behind you and help the guy behind you up. You're going to help each other grow and learn and not just keep all that information to yourself, not throw anybody under the bus because they're not doing a good enough job, but instead, you're going to help them grow. Mutually grow together or we don't grow at all. I like to tell that to everybody on my team. All right, the next core value that I like to discuss is open communication. You hear it all the time. We're a family organization. There's an open door policy, and then behind closed doors, it's not that way. Well, here at Remodeling Right, open communication is by far one of my most important values. And I believe that having open and honest communication from the beginning is the foundation of a great relationship. I approach that with my clients, I approach it with my coworkers, and I approach it at home with my family. Even my son, who's 11 years old, when he asks me a serious question, I'll answer him honestly. Because he was open enough to ask me that, I'll be open enough to tell him the truth. And I think that goes, specifically important in business, because when you're open and honest with your clientele, they can sniff it out, they can feel it. And if word gets around that you're not open about the way you communicate, it's gonna lead out, not so great for you. So my recommendation, guys, right? We've gone over respect, we've gone over excellence, we've gone over mutual growth, and we've gone over open communication. We have a couple more. I'm gonna switch locations. As you can see behind me, we're in my new office. It's not quite done yet. So I'm gonna switch locations really quick, show you something else, and we'll finish off our core values. Follow along. All right, so the next core value is drive. D is for drive. So R-E-M-O, O is open communication, D is drive. Drive is super important to me, guys, because it is that inner burning feeling that you have to do better, right? It ties in along with excellence, kind of. But when I assess somebody for drive, I'm looking at whether or not they want to go above and beyond, if they're trying to better themselves, if they want to be the best version of them. People that don't have drive, they just don't care. They show up, they clock in, they clock out. They're 30% checked in and 70% checked out. So I'm looking for employees, team members, coworkers, whatever you'd like to call them. I'm looking for people that have drive. I hire by attitude, not necessarily skill. And then I'll fire by attitude as well as skill. So if you show up and you feel like you give me your best foot forward day one, but you're lacking drive, one of the things that we're gonna do is try to coach you and mentor you, because something obviously changed in your life. And I wanna know what it is. All right, we have 2 core values left, and it's the letters E and the letters L. So E means ethical. Ethical is honest, man. I mean, you don't get anywhere in life if you're not honest, right? Sure, you can tell a little white lie from here to there, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come back and bite you, right? You wanna put good energies out there so that good energies come back. So the best way you can put the good energies out is to be ethical. Guys, just tell the truth. There's no reason not to tell the truth. If you did it, you have to own it. Extreme ownership. That should be one of my core values. All right, guys. So the last core value that we have to spell out the word remodel is leadership. Leadership is something that I hire and I fire by. And you might be thinking, hey, not everybody needs to be a leader. Sometimes you need followers. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. But even my followers are leaders. We're developing them at a very early start. We have an apprentice right now. He's an amazing kid. Shows up every day, works his butt off, comes in after hours to try to learn and put in the reps. I'll give him some blocks and he can measure and cut, measure, cut, measure, cut. It's all about repetition and building, right? So what I've been working with him, not only on his technical skills, is also developing as a leader. All of the leadership training that I do and I put in and that development that I've gone through, I'm trying to give back to my team. And we're trying to develop leaders from within and empower people to make decisions. So you give an option A, B, and C. You ask them which one would you pick and why. That alone is getting that decision-making processing power moving. It's getting their brain to think. If I answered every single question, what kind of leader would I be? Sometimes I have to kick it back and say, hey, if I wasn't here, what would you do in this scenario? That's a great example of leading from the front, but empowering your team at the same time. You can't hinder them by just giving them the answers all the time, right? That doesn't build leaders, doesn't build thinkers. So here at Remodeling Right, we hire and we fire by our core values. They spell out the word remodel. To recap them one more time, it's gonna be respect, excellence, mutual growth, open communication, drive, ethical, and leadership. Guys, I've learned these inside and out. I live by these, I hire and I fire by these, and it's what's helped me scale my company to where we're at today. I told you I'm on track to hit $5 million, or at least that's my goal, right? We're not on track as far as the numbers go, but I'm fixing that. Stay tuned, watch out how we do it. You know, we're gonna dive more into the scaling process, and I'm gonna show off my new office soon because we're almost done. So as you can see, my team's moving in here. We've got 4 desks built out on each side. This place feels amazing. We got some windows that go to a shop on the other side. So when we open the big bay door, we get some fresh air in here. And I'm making the best out of what I have because I'm empowering my team. I'm reinvesting in them because they give me their best. They show up every day, and I am so thankful for what they do for me. Guys, if you're looking to scale a company, invest in your team. Pay attention to what they want, what they need, and who they are, right? Some of the things that we do are one-on-one meetings so that we can coach them and pull their goals forward. It's not always about me and my company. It's about them and their family lives and their goals and their aspirations. So join me in this journey, guys. We're gonna take Remodeling Right to 5 million, and then we're gonna go to 25 million, and who else knows, right? But this series that you're watching right now is behind the brand. So I'm gonna share little bits of who I am, how we got here, and what we're doing to scale. So if this interests you guys at all and you found value in this, please drop a like, drop a comment, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. We have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and we're at 562. So we need a few more people to subscribe. So please, guys, if you like this video, I'm counting on you. I'm looking to hit 1,000 this year. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.